Very good evening to you. I am Ryan Broom with the Saturday, July 8th edition of the CBC News. In our top story, Barbados remains committed to LIAT in spite of calls from at least one CARICOM head for less involvement in the airline. At the opening ceremony of the just-ended CARICOM summit, Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said he believed political presence on the board of airlines such as LIAT was not helpful to its proper management and efficiency. However, Prime Minister Stewart told CBC News that disagreements over the airline will not end soon. But he stresses that LIAT has kept the people of the region together for over 50 years and is important to Barbados.
Since the region is an important source market for tourism in Barbados, Barbados has had to continue supporting LIAT. We don't support it blindly. We try to make sure that its efficiencies are improved, but LIAT is vital to the movement of people across this region and certainly vital for Barbados' tourism.
In other news, government is promising to ease some crop-over ban leaders this season. Culture Minister Stephen Lashley says they can benefit from duty-free concessions on imports of materials.
We are prepared to work with the bans. I know that this is a difficult economic environment this year, but I did announce that earlier today I signed off on a number of grant curtailment bans in terms of approving them to be approved under the Culture Industries Development Act. And by early as Monday, I'll be sending a letter to the Minister of Finance so that he can send that information over to the customs. Under the legislation, of course, those bans who have been approved will be entitled to have their various inputs in terms of the costumes enter Barbados duty-free.
The minister was speaking to the media at Phenomenal Friday at Kensington Oval. He also commented on that event.
I thought that the performance was very, very good, very competitive. I want to congratulate all of the performers tonight. I think they came out and did their best. And I think that this competition really has really lifted the spirits of persons here who are here. I know that, of course, persons are talking about, bashment and its relevance, but I think that it has a place within the genre of cultural expression of our people. I want to compliment the artists for being on good behavior.
Meanwhile, Stiffy has retained the Bashment Soca title King and in the process has become $50,000 richer. He successfully defended the title at this morning's Bashment Soca Finals.
Shane Stiffy Atkinson has the bragging rights as the king of Bashment Soca in Barbados. During his performance of Tip and Bend Over at the Kensington Oval, he received one of the biggest crowd responses of the night. While some patrons rejoiced at Stiffy's victory, others were visibly upset and unable to contain their feelings. Some would have loved to see Skrilla win. However, Stiffy says performing second was difficult.
It was rough. I ain't sleep for about 9 days. And today is my birthday and I ain't sleep. So you can understand the pressure that it put on me to come and perform at number 2. It was rough. I ain't had a good time. Real thing. It was real pressure. I start working out and thing.
32 artists faced the judges in the semifinals of the Party Monarch and Speak Soca competitions. In the end, Faith, Mikey, Mr. Dale, Mr. Blood, Peter Ram, Ramesses, Ras Ailey and Greiner and Safia were picked to battle reigning Party Monarch King Lil Rick. The reserve is Kirk Brown. For the Sweet Soca, Damien Marvey, Lil Rick, Marsville, Nikita, RPB, Sanctuary, Shaquille and TC will face defending Monarch Edwin Yerud. Sean Farrell, CBC News.
Thanks, Sean, and congrats to Stiffy. In other news, Crop Over 2017 is shaping up to be a good one, at least for one local hotel. General Manager of Divi South Winds, Alvin Jemmett, says there has been a lot of activity from source markets, and he expects this will be an island-wide experience.
I believe that this year's Crop Over, not only for us, but for the destination, is going to be one of equal success, if not better. I'm seeing a lot of requests coming out of places like Martinique and some of the other Caribbean regions, but of course the Barbadian diaspora, and they're coming out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Orlando, New York, Canada, and I've visited most of these source markets within recent months, and the enthusiasm is certainly there. So we expect a bumper crop over season.
Mr. Jemmett says the impact of the imposition of the National Social Responsibility Levy is being monitored.
The jury is still out. I see the goalposts shifting from day to day, so we can't say 100% yet how it's impacting on either my business here at South Bins or on the industry as a whole. But we continue to monitor, we continue to lobby for any relief that is available to the industry, and we'll just do what we have to do to continue to make this business viable.
In other news, there are mixed views on the involvement of the social partnership in finding solutions to some of the island's problems. The issue will be discussed on Walter Point 2 tomorrow on 100.7 FM from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on CBC TV 8.
They all should come together and try to do more, you know, and for the interest of the people of the country, because actually everybody is under stress now.
I guess if they try, yeah. If they put more effort into it, I guess so, yeah.
It's a good idea for the social partners, along with the unions and government, to work together, because obviously it'll be for the betterment of the country and the interests of the persons and people of the country.
And they ain't doing anything. I find all of them should get together and do something about it, because it's looking bad on the poor people in the country. If you look at the economy ain't coming, it going.
We'll return with more news after the break.
The globally harmonized system of classification and labeling of chemicals. GHS. Be careful, read the label. It's safety awareness for all people. Be careful and read the label. Safety while using chemicals is our goal. Global labeling, communicating safety information to you. So read your label and please be sure before you pour. The globally harmonized system of classification and labeling of chemicals. GHS.
When the crowds descend on Bushy Park for the big Soca Royale competitions, we will be there. When the social commentators in Kaiso face off for the Piccadilly Club finals, we will be there. CBC, capturing it and sharing it all with you on pay-per-view via MCTV or web stream on www.cropover.cbc.bb. CBC, your link to the festival.
Welcome back. Well, opposition leader Mia Motley wants government to meet with senior members of 4 major unions after they march to Parliament next Tuesday. Ms. Motley made the comment as she and a team of Barbados Labour Party members did a walkthrough of the St. James South constituency today as part of ongoing activity across the island. BLP candidate for the area, Sandra Husbands, was among them. The walkthrough culminated at Stevenson's shop in Halls Village in the constituency.
4 unions, the Barbados Workers Union, the National Union of Public Workers, the BSTU, the BUT, all saying we want to talk. Clearly they tried to talk to government when it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, government didn't listen. They've written them, they've written us. I would think that this government would want now to engage as a matter of urgency in deeper dialogue.
And St. James South MP and Commerce Minister Donville Innes was also at the same shop as a BLP team moved around. He greeted some members of the team and spoke with them. Mr. Innes also weighed in on the planned walk to Parliament by union members next Tuesday.
I don't know what will be contained in a letter that the unions will deliver to Parliament on Tuesday, but I would say that a march to Parliament is not absolutely necessary for the unions to get their message over, particularly as there are in discussion with the government on matters regarding salary increases and other issues. However, as a former member of the NUPW and a short steward, I am very mindful of the need to appear to be militant and to appear to be relevant for trade unions to get the message across. So I have absolutely no quarrel with the unions and their walk to Parliament to deliver a letter to whoever they wish to deliver it to.
In other news, the Residential Treatment Center for Women, Marina House, has received a much-needed cash injection. A $1,000 check was presented to the St. John facility by a group of 4 Latin and ballroom dance clubs: Ace Diamond Center, Black Diamond, Christchurch Parish Church Dance Group and Starlight Ballroom Dance Club raised the funds from a recent show. The act of kindness is nothing new to the group. General Manager of Divi South Winds and avid dancer Alvin Jemmett says the hotel got involved after hearing about the initiative.
We have our own program known as Divi Care, and of course when we were told that Maria House was the patron of this event, Divi South Winds wanted to make sure that we aligned ourselves with an organization of this nature, because we believe it's a good thing for society to be able to reach out and help. And I'm very happy that we were able to join forces with the four dance clubs, namely Ace Dance Center, Christchurch Parish Church, Starlight, and Black Diamond, to put on what we deem was two successful events.
Marina House has been assisting women with substance abuse problems since its opening close to 2 years ago. Coordinator of the women's program, Diana Tucker, says it can accommodate 17 women. She's outlined some of the programs available at Marina House.
Dual diagnosis treatment, and in addition we provide art therapy, creative art therapy, and yoga. We make the program as comprehensive as possible because we don't want the women to become bored while they're in treatment, so we have a robust program for them to follow on a daily basis.
Turning to news from the region now, in Guyana, Minister of State Joseph Harmon has chastised Region 6 Chairman David Armagon for allegedly peddling what the minister termed serious propaganda in the East Berbice area. More now from Royden James.
Amid massive floods in Berbice, Armagon reportedly told Berbicians that some of the pumps are not functioning because the government has cut the budget for the region's RDC, and therefore the funds were not available to buy fuel for the pumps to work.
Well, clearly this is a serious bit of propaganda by that regional official from the People's Progressive Party.
Minister Harmon clarified that the region was given a hefty budget to deal specifically with this issue, and upon checks of same, it was found that more than $200 million is yet to be spent.
The allocation is $309,773,000. It's under subhead 6231. To date, the region has spent $58,463,000. So there's an unspent balance of $251,309,000. You've spent 18.87% of the allocation. Under maintenance of drainage and irrigation, this is another head under which sums can be spent. The allocation is $257 million. To date, the region has spent $78,866,000.
Harmon disclosed other funds which the region can also spend for similar purposes.
Sports is up next with Anne-Marie Burke.